You know what I think
Yes,
is
you
your
do.
best song you ever wrote?
What?
Boat Shoes.
Why does he have that? Why does he have that?
Studio check 1, 2, 3, 4 in that positive episode 125. We in the studio, baby. Alex Easton, what up, fellas?
Yo.
What up, fellas?
How are ya?
What is that hat, dude?
Love you,
That's
bye.
That's the another pod.
It's another pod I do.
Yeah, somebody shout out to the
Hats
shout
are
out
for
to-
sale too. Go get them.
Are they?
Yeah.
What's the pod about?
Link in my bio. Relationships, dating. It's with a couple of my girlfriends.
Oh, so Easton can't be on it then.
He can come on and bring a married perspective.
I do. He has more perspective than me.
Yeah, sure.
Nah, you're right. Easton just got married.
One
Yeah.
for one.
Nah, you're right. Yeah. We in the studio, baby. We got a guest on the pod today.
Yes.
The lovely and talented Cassie Ashton is here.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah. We we haven't interviewed her yet.
Right. This is before. Right.
Normally we come on and we say, here's what happened in the interview.
Right.
Cassie's not here yet.
Right.
So we're doing this prior.
Right.
What do you want to have some predictions?
Let's take guesses of what we will get into.
I'm gonna say we're gonna talk about country music.
Okay.
I'm gonna say we're gonna talk about creativity.
Sure.
I got about probably 40 minutes of questions about Diddy.
Yes.
I want to get into.
Yeah. We'll make sure that we get her takes on that
Yeah.
and clip them.
And her publicist is like, immediately, we're not airing this. Yeah.
She's unplugging microphones as we speak.
That's why we have. That's why I have Kathleen here.
Yes.
The resident gossip queen from Miami.
Yeah.
She came to report.
Our South Beach correspondent,
Yeah.
Kathleen.
She's in charge of all the social media for the team.
Yes.
Yeah, she's back. She's been on the pod once before.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Strong cameos always.
Yeah. They got him, huh? She's off my.
She's like, I'm South Beach. I'm not Diddy. I don't know what to tell you.
I wonder about. Yeah. It is. I like. It's not fun when. Let me try to think of what my perspective on watching this is. I got no ill prior to 2015, nobody cared about Trump. Mm-hmm. No one was mad at him.
Right.
They were just like, I don't know, that's the guy from The Apprentice.
He was like one of the most referenced celebrities in rap songs.
Yeah, was he?
Like like I'm a boss like Donald Trump, like that type of stuff.
Yeah.
All the time.
And then everybody now it's wild to see everybody turn on somebody.
Yeah, I think people
know?
have been turned on Diddy quietly for a long time.
Oh, they
now.
have?
Yeah, this
No,
kind of
yeah.
feels like this was the other shoe was going to fall at some point.
Yeah.
You kind of knew they had him when they raided his house in the way they did. That was like,
Yeah.
they don't
Both
do
of
that
them.
unless they got a case.
Yeah.
Both of them. At the same
Or
time.
Yeah, both
when
houses.
they came to Trump's house.
Yeah. They got
Not
him.
Homeland
to-
when Homeland Security raids your house, you know you did
We
something
like
very
to
bad.
slowly ease into topics on this podcast. I was in Appleton, Wisconsin all weekend.
How was it?
Unbelievable run of
Kathleen's
shows.
hometown.
Yeah, they didn't her sign is when you drive in.
Oh, home of.
Yeah.
Nice, yeah.
She made it out.
Yeah.
No, it's a beautiful city. You know what I was just thinking? So I guess this, speaking of the internet, somebody we've talked about this before, where somebody gets blocked by a celebrity, or like they're just like trash tweeting at somebody, right?
Yeah.
And then somebody blocks you, and then it's like the biggest badge of honor.
Right.
That are like, yo, what was it? I got blocked. I'm like, dude, how insecure are you? I've said this before.
Did this happen again?
No,
Why did
I
this
see
come
it.
back
I
up?
see it on Twitter all the time.
Yeah.
They were like, "Yo, I got blocked." Oh, Corey LaJoy is a NASCAR driver that I like, and people just like hate tweet at him all the time, and then he blocked people,
Good.
and then he's like, "I got blocked," and they're like bragging about being like, "Dude, just like I wish just this person sits down, cameras off. It's just me and you. Did you just want to be seen? Did you just just us?" Just you've been tweeting into oblivion. By the way,
Into the void.
tweets with like no views.
Yeah.
They're just out there, and somebody, a celebrity, blocks you based on the alternative. That's got to be your Super Bowl.
Blocking is sick too. I love that people block people.
You should.
the
Everybody should
move.
be able to.
Yeah. You get
This
to
is my
control
house.
your reality.
Yeah.
Get out.
Hey, you get to block. Hey, you know what? When you go into your house, you can lock it.
It's the same thing.
That's the same thing.
Just
Is it?
locking you out. Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure,
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
This is my house. What?
Yeah.
You're out.
You're telling security at the front
Yeah.
gate, do not let that person in.
You
That's all.
block people in every other aspect of your life.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I don't.
That's
yeah.
fair.
Can't block him on Twitter anymore though.
I
Really?
heard that.
Yeah, you like when you block someone, like they can't like comment or like, but they can still see everything that you post.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I saw that this week over the weekend.
Pretty
So
weird.
that's the equivalent of them like looking over the fence.
Yeah.
Like they're just
still
kinda
look
like,
in. Yeah, what would you not want to see? I mean, because that it really, if you have a burner account, you can get, if you really wanted to see someone's tweets, you could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows?
I don't know, dude.
We're getting into we're going to we're starting the tour this weekend.
Yeah, big
Baby,
shows.
big shows, Kathleen, big shows. We're headed out. Actually, we're not sure when is this going to come out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wednesday. Sarasota might be having a hurricane.
Inconvenient.
Yeah, hurricane. My crowd when I come to town. That's not.
Thoughts
we
and
might
prayers.
move that show, but we're not sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So everybody's listening. You're like, well, this gives me no perspective. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't.
I am waiting to hear too.
Friday, we're going to Melbourne, Florida, Fort Lauderdale. Saturday, Jacksonville. Sunday, baby. Lima, Ohio on the 3rd. Shipshewana on the 4th and 5th. 3 shows down there sold out. Home of the Amish. They're not listening to this podcast, but good to hear from them. Saginaw, Michigan on October 6th. Then we're taking a week off. Then we're going to Cheyenne, Sioux Falls, and Denver the 17th, 18th, and 19th. Then we're going to California, baby. We're back. We're taking back the land. Oxnard, Bakersfield, Long Beach, and just those 3. Oh, one of them's moved. Yeah,
That one was Bakersfield. Moved from
Bakersfield.
Halloween.
Yeah, and then there's one more, isn't there not? Maybe there's just 3. Then we're going to the land of the free, baby. Home of the brave, Georgia. Home of the peach, Savannah, Georgia, Athens, Georgia, Augusta, Georgia. All those shows are about sold out. Bristol, Tennessee, 2 shows, baby. That's one of the best racetracks in the world. Then we're going to Texas, Midland, Lubbock, and Dallas. 2 shows in Dallas. One's already sold out. Chicago at the Vic Theater, December the 7th, and Davenport, Iowa, December 8th. Let's get into it, baby. We're back on tour. We're finalizing. Dude, the tour is going to be unreal, man.
I'm excited for you.
Gosh, it's going to be. We're doing all the like graphics and all the intro videos and
You
stuff.
like doing that part of it, huh?
Nah,
Yeah,
dude,
that's
I
a
live
fun
for it,
part.
dude. I live.
I like
for it,
that.
Yeah, and we've been up in Appleton, harvesting the new jokes. Yeah, it's coming together.
That's where they
real
come
strong.
from.
Real strong. That's
Yeah.
the home of Appleton. They made a lot of great exports. My jokes and Kathleen. This week's episode brought to you by Blue Land, baby. Get into it. Did you know, Alex, that laundry detergent pods are also wrapped in plastic?
They are, I guess. Yeah, I never
I
thought
didn't
about
think
it.
about that.
Yeah, wow.
That film around the pods is plastic and ends up in our oceans, rivers, and soils.
And I'm mad.
Dang it. Well,
Mad
there's
about that.
there's a solution, brother.
Oh, what is it?
Blue Land, baby, is launching its first one-of-a-kind fragrance laundry detergent tablet in the scent Spring Bloom, available on August 6th. Let's go. It's out now. After 2 years of extensive research and development, Blue Land has successfully created a fragrance tablet. Not only maintains the company's commitment to powerful plastic-free efficacy.
Ooh,
Efficacy?
Good reading.
What does that mean?
It's efficient.
But also delivers a delightful scent that customers have been requesting for years. The Spring Bloom fragrance's captivating blend of sun-ripened citrus, fresh wildflowers, and golden amber.
Yum.
Dang, dude, this sounds like a Cassie Ashton lyric right there, dude. Laundry tablets are proven to lift the toughest stains, from grass stains to food stains. True, I actually use them on all my clothes.
Yeah, same.
I got the toilet bowl cleaner, the laundry, and the dish soap.
Yep, same.
I got them all. Somebody came over to my house. They were like, dude, this dude is blue landed, top to bottom. Blue Landed uses no single-use plastic in any component. That's unbelievable. From bottles, tablets, and wrappers to shipping, their tablets packaging is fully compostable.
I like the little tins that they come into. You store them in.
Yeah, not bad. You look like you got your life together.
Yes.
They're like, dang.
I don't, but it looks like
that's
I do,
what that's
for sure.
Yeah, it's one of the selling points they don't mention here.
Yes.
Like, dang, this guy's got it together. Blue Land is trusted in over 1 million homes, including mine. How many homes do you think are in America?
How many homes?
Homes. If there's 350 million people,
So it's less than that.
then how many people for a home?
3
Is
on average.
Is an apartment a home? It has to be. Yeah, it's not
Has
a
to be.
house.
Yeah, it's
this
a
is a home.
Yeah.
There's got to be. I don't know.
Oh, there might be more. There might be more apartments than. There might be
Oh
more.
yeah,
than
but an
people.
apartment is a home.
I would say 300 million.
You want the answer?
Yeah.
Total housing units, so that includes condos, houses, and apartments, is 144 million.
So I doubled it.
So 1 for every 2.
Yeah.
1 to 2, house to person,
Homes to person.
and a couple of people have 2 homes.
Ooh, that's skewing things a little
Yeah,
bit.
that messes up.
Interesting.
Blue Land has a special offer for listeners right now. Get 15% off if you first order going to blueland.com/netpositive. You don't want to miss this, ladies and gentlemen. Blueland.com/netpositive for 15% off. Blueland.com/netpositive. Get 50% off. Let's get into the episode, ladies and gentlemen. Cassie Ashton is here. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in the studio on, what is the date? End of September. Episode 125. And I was like, hey, if we're going to do episode 125, we're going to make it that far, we got to have a special guest.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, country artist, singer, phenomenon, entertainer, let's see, clothing designer, fashionista, Kassi Ashton is in the studio.
Come on.
Hey.
Kassi Ashton is back, baby.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Where you been? On the road?
Yeah, I feel like everywhere.
And you're like, let's get off this road to get on these podcasts.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I like to sleep in my own bed, so I'm cool with it.
Let's go. Me and you've been friends for how long, baby? We're trying to figure this out. 2019.
Yeah, long time.
Something like that.
Long time. And as soon as we met, we were like, oh, yes.
Oh yeah, this is gonna work out good.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is gonna work out good. And then everyone around us was like, oh no.
Oh, hey. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah. Well, I think I always like have gotten along. I think especially with country artists in this town because I was with Ernest at Morgan Wallen on Sunday, and we were like, we can't. I guess besides this, I suppose, but we can't do anything for each other. Like, do you feel like when you with country people that other country people, there was always kind of this like people trying to help each other, people trying to get something from someone else. Like if you met whoever the top is, Luke Bryan or something,
right?
He's like, well, Cassie probably wants to feature on my album or something.
That feels so icky to me, so I try not to give off those vibes. And if I feel like someone is giving off those vibes, I have to go to the bathroom or something.
Yeah, I gotta
get
away
from it.
Yeah,
you should get into doing like interludes for country albums. Like you know how like
in.
rap albums will have like a voicemail or something like that. Like you should start just dropping it on albums. With
remember
like
on that?
quick voicemail stuff.
That Florida Georgia Line album, they had that country guy. Well, this is your boy Jervale coming back. He had like four cameos.
There you go. You need that.
I think that would be cute.
Well,
I think that would be cute.
You need to keep this energy because when I was coming up as a comedian, I was the worst. I was writing letters to people. I wrote letter to Conan every month.
And be like, can you help me?
Yes. It's like, can I come be on the show?
Nice.
That's a hustle, though. That's a hustle.
Yeah.
Sometimes it weirds me out, but that's a hustle.
Well, there's comics that when they are like hustling like that, I just go, noted. Noted.
Like in a good way or a
yes,
bad way?
Yes, in a good way.
Oh, okay.
I go, I'm not going to help you, but noted. No, I'll try. I'll try if I can. Yeah. But it's hard. We were just talking to Beth before you got in here that on the when he saw you last week at the writers round that a lot of country artists are always talking about how hard it is.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, it's hard.
But
being a comedian is hard. Being in the NBA is hard. Everything.
I always like kind of feel opposed to that mindset just because did you never as a child watch a movie about the music industry? Like, hello.
Dude,
it's very like spelled out in entertainment and media that this is not a cute career for the weak. You know what I'm saying?
Go, man. Like, now you got me gassed
if you
up.
don't think that you are the hottest, greatest thing since sliced bread, and you're not willing to like suffer for your art, then get out. Go do something easier. This is not for you. Get out of my way. Like, did you never watch a movie as a kid? Did you never watch Entourage? Like, come on, we all watched Entourage. Oh. It's hard.
Entourage is one of the shows. Entourage and 8 Mile.
Yep.
And The Fast and the Furious were 3 movies.
We're family.
I didn't see that one.
No, what are you talking about? Were 3 movies that influenced me. Like when I left the theater, I was like trying to be like that.
The Fast and Furious.
I was like racing my mom's Volvo.
Vin Diesel or which one?
I don't know the I don't know all of them.
It's really special to him. He can't remember the name of the character.
I like this. I get it. I like this.
The guy that died. I didn't want to mention him.
Oh,
Paul
the
Walker.
hot
Paul
one.
Walker.
The hot one.
Nice.
Yeah, you would pick him.
I thought it was. I mean, I was like racing in Stone Mountain, Georgia. I was racing my mom's Volvo. And Eminem, I started dressing like that with wearing those caps with my hood up. Mm-hmm. And then Entourage, I started like throwing my keys to the valet. I'm like, dude, you don't even Because I was like, I want to live like this, which I couldn't obviously at the time.
Do you get excited when you see people come here and try to make it and it doesn't work for them and they have to go home?
No,
Be honest.
No,
Be honest.
no, I don't.
A little bit, just
no,
a little bit though.
But I do feel sort of like if they complain about the littlest thing, like they come up to me and they're like complaining about the littlest thing, it's like, honey, what did you think this was?
Yeah,
like let
that.
me get out my little violin and play it for you. Like be a big girl and get it together. Yeah. And like use this to write better songs and be better on stage, or like go home.
How long did it take you to get that? Did you get that early, or did it take a minute?
No, I think I got it early just because this is all I ever wanted to do my entire life, and I tried to research and learn as much as I possibly could. So every movie, I was trying to come up with 3 movies that were like 3 movies that influenced me like that. I'm not going to say Fast and Furious. But you know, you watch anything and you're like, oh, she's so lucky. She's a star, but she cries in her lonely heart. Like
Great song.
You got to know. So I don't know. I don't know if it's spite or determination or pettiness. I don't know. Something pushes it through though.
Yeah.
Well, you know, like if you're in the NBA and Bronny James gets drafted, you're like, I'm gonna make sure he doesn't make it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
as a competitor, because
sure.
you're like, it's not easy. Like him saying it must be easy, or like in the NFL or anytime somebody's I don't think you want to hurt anybody, but you're like, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard to do.
Yeah.
Every number 1 draft pick sees that when they come into the league. They got a target on their back. For that
it's hard.
It's like, I'm not.
Yeah,
gonna
you
let
have
them.
to. Everybody wants your seat.
Yeah.
And they should want your seat though.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because if they don't, then they shouldn't be here.
Mm-hmm.
And you're coming for their seat, by the way.
Yeah.
That's
and respect.
Yeah.
Like wholeheartedly respect.
Yeah. I think I'd say the other comics that are like doing, like I consider them like worthy adversaries.
Yeah.
Like I don't wish for them to be like canceled or
no.
I don't want them to fail, but I want to compete against the best.
I want them to do their best, and I still want to be better than that.
Yeah. There it is. Love it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna beat you fairly.
Yeah.
Love
that.
Yeah. Well, I feel like like my therapist said, they were like, hey, we can wrap this up whenever you want. Meaning like
suicide?
Like you're she was like, you're doing great. You don't need my help anymore.
That's the most maniacal laugh I've ever heard in my life.
She's your therapist.
Wow, no, meaning like there are difficulties.
Right.
Out like on Monday morning, I wake up and there's an email box full of, outside of even art, outside of making good art, there's a hurricane coming to our show on Thursday, and we're gonna figure out, should we cancel it? Should we move it? There's a myriad of, and he's like, you don't have to do it. Mm-hmm. Like in an encouraging way. Like, what do you want to stop doing it? I don't think so.
No,
me neither.
Yeah.
If I had all the money in the world, I'd probably do this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
So get about the business of doing it.
I always hate the question of like, if you weren't doing this, what would you do? And you're like, what? Does it look like I could do anything else? Ew, gross. Maybe you have a plan B, but not me.
Let me think what you could do. Yeah, you could maybe work it like, you couldn't really work at the front desk.
No.
Yeah, because you wouldn't be very organized, I don't feel like.
No, wow.
No, you probably skip. Well, you're 30 minutes late to this podcast.
Wow. Sorry, guys. My GPS took me to the wrong place, but that's good. No, I couldn't be a front desk worker because I would be really kind until someone was stupid.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of the human race.
Get out.
And then I'd be like, no, I'm so sorry. Here's Google. Figure your problems out. Come back to me.
It's not mine. That's what an artist needs to be. Well, you know, this podcast it's almost been canceled many times by things that I've said, but one time in the history of this podcast, 2+ years, that we've been canceled by something I wore.
What?
Guess.
What did you wear? By the way, if you got right on the line of being canceled, that means that it's a good show.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
We want to straddle the line, baby.
I've crossed it.
Nobody cares about the gray area.
Yeah,
okay,
cares.
I'm like, give me your opinions. I literally tweeted last week. I was like, it's real because I'm starting to get real haters for no reason, and I'm like, hell yeah.
Oh, that's
come on over.
Right.
Take your sad life out on me. I love it.
Just like a social media masochist.
Yeah.
Get in my comments.
Go ahead, baby. And I'm not going to
get in
respond. I'm going to let you hang out there and look stupid.
But I'm going to watch.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch because it's fun.
Well, we have a lot of Christian followers.
Yes.
And we got canceled for wearing your shirt.
Oh, what shirt was it?
Because it had an eye on the forehead.
Oh, for God's sake, you got 2 on your face.
Yeah. But what is it? They said it was like the Mark of the Beast or something.
Oh, for which one? Which beast,
Which,
Fair question. I don't know.
I've never heard third eye on the forehead?
Are we not allowed to make up mythical creatures? I mean, for
it's
God's
the Illuminati, isn't it?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, the third eye. Yeah.
What is it, like an eye into? Yeah, so
That's
that's your
dumb.
piece of merch.
Yeah.
And then I wore it on the pod, and then one of the clips went viral from talking about not you. And people were like, let's talk about this shirt.
They were like, oh, this hideous 3-eyed beast.
John has gone to the darkness.
Satan.
They're like, that's why the pod's doing so
That's
well.
so dumb.
Soul
Crazy.
to soul.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that like depictions of demons and Satan and stuff are subjective, but I ain't never seen one with the eye in its forehead before.
I don't think I have either.
So what is it? Why do you use that?
I actually use it because I have a mole in the center of my forehead that I've had my entire life, and I used to get bullied for it relentlessly as a kid, like horribly, and I wanted to have it removed. Middle school, high school, when like little boys are mean to you because they like you, but they're still awful.
Yeah.
I mean, people would literally be like, Buddha, 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 rocking everywhere. Like, it was awful.
wild.
You look back now, but isn't that awful? And you're like in the lunch line as like a 7th grader. John, shut up.
That's wild.
Literally, because you remember that song was hot, then booty, 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 rocking everywhere, but they changed it. They changed it to
God,
Buddha.
high school is so brutal.
Middle
It
schoolers
was
are wild,
awful, bro. I always tell people middle school is the armpit of life. Like, it really is just trash. But I wanted to get it removed, and the surgeon...
Obvious.
The surgeon was like, yo, if we cut this off your head, you're going to have a cross in the middle of your forehead, and then you'll really look like the chosen one. So I was like, okay, I'm going to ditch that. And so right when I signed to Creative Nation, the first time I met Natalie Hemby, she was writing with this girl named Audra May. And Audra like gasped when she met me and like didn't hardly talk to me. And I was like, oh, okay. She didn't like my vibe. That's cool. And then the first time I wrote with Natalie, she was like, by the way, Audra got really nervous because she's into like gypsy culture. And in gypsy traditional culture, moles on your face as a woman have like significant placements. Like something on your face like means certain things. And apparently, one right in the middle of your forehead, where I have it, means like wisest queen of the gypsies.
Oh, nice.
And she was freaked out because she had never seen someone in person who had one. And so I thought that was so kind of her to think and like special. And I was like, yeah, wisest queen of the gypsies, like all day long. So it was kind of like
Take that,
me,
haters.
yeah, Buddha, Buddha, Buddha. Like it was kind of like me reclaiming that thing that I was insecure about my entire life. And it's just kind of like a knowledge-based, cool aesthetic thing. It is not the mark of the demon.
Yeah.
I love that she was like taken aback by you. And now thinking back on it, is that a weirder interaction than you thought it was at the time?
No.
That's more offensive than Buddha, Buddha, Buddha. Somebody go,
I thought it was cool.
She was like,
I thought it was cool. I mean, obviously, like at the time, I was like, okay, she thought I interrupted her right, and she like wasn't really about that. She was like, it was this random girl coming up and busting on my song. But then when I found out it was because she thought it was really cool, I was flattered. And I've even been in LA.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah.
I've been in LA on a big ad shoot, and the camera guy asked me if I had this surgically added to my face.
Oh, wow. You're a
because he
trendsetter.
thought it was cool.
Right.
And I was like, what? I was like, do people have moles added to their face? And he's like, yes. And I was like, that's weird. I'm not on that. I'm not on that algorithm.
The creative arc of this mole.
Isn't that crazy?
From birth to where it is
Yes.
now. It's like the mole is like, dude, I can't like put my worth back into the because listen,
exactly. Anything
people
else?
have thought a lot of different things about me. My worth is in me.
Yeah.
Preach.
But I do have to say one thing. It's been 2 times that little girls dressed up as me for like a school like celebrity thing, and they drew the dot in the middle of their forehead.
Yeah.
And I cried. I know it's funny, but I cried tears of joy. I thought it was so kind.
Give it up for those girls.
Oh,
Give it up
yes,
for 'em.
I
We love
love them.
It's probably the daughter of the middle school hater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that hater's so mad right now.
I love it. So I'm
unbelievable
sorry.
run.
I'm sorry you got canceled for your
No,
third
well,
eye
I mean, I had to
sweatshirt.
explain. We had to have the press release about it. But I said,
Oh my God.
no, we didn't. No, we didn't. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Gosh, that's unbelievable.
That's great.
What a run.
Yeah, you know.
Well, if you would have had a cross on your forehead,
Do you think that would have been better or worse?
worse.
You would have been 21 Savage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
a
especially if it
knife.
was like a little like oblong. Yeah.
Could have been cute. Could have worked.
Can you look? Let me ask you this honestly.
Yeah, okay.
Honestly.
Okay.
Can you look back after all this?
Right.
Can you look back and be like, for a middle schooler, Buddha Rock Number is very clever.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
It is. It
I mean,
is
some of the
really
ones-
funny.
It's current.
Yeah.
Like at the time that, you know?
Yeah. It was
For
hilarious.
I mean, that guy definitely works at CVS now.
Yes.
But at the time,
Yeah.
that was like the height of his comedy career in middle school. For sure.
Peaked.
And hey, that's on him for not doing something with that talent, okay?
yeah,
That's on
yeah,
him.
and look at us now.
It was you.
Yeah, it was.
He grew up to be John Crist.
And this was in Missouri.
Yeah.
Was it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. We just got back from Springfield.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you have a good time?
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
Just
You're-
you went on and go.
Yeah, you didn't go. California, Missouri is where you're from.
Yeah, it's 40. It's from Springfield. It's like an hour and a half.
Yeah. And you're definitely the queen of that place.
Um,
You're not?
I don't know.
Who else is from there?
Nobody.
Yeah, that's you got it.
Oh, that's okay.
Did-
That's
you don't want to take that?
No,
Who else who's the most popular graduate out of the town?
I don't know.
Has to be you.
I don't know.
You don't want to.
I didn't even get voted like most likely to be famous in high school. And I remember at the time being like, "You guys are dumb.
Yeah. Dang, dude.
You guys are so dumb."
Yeah.
Y'all don't see
Like
it.
not to be
Just
like
wait.
not to be like big headed, but
Yeah.
be for real.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't know if I read this if it was accurate or not, but you
Okay.
went to Belmont, correct?
I did.
And I read that you were not aware that it was Christian.
I wasn't.
Wait, what?
That's unbelievable.
Okay.
does that
Okay.
happen?
Listen,
I know, that's what I
listen,
said.
I know. Okay. My grandma wanted me to go to college, which is dumb because she didn't even like graduate high school.
Mm-hmm.
But that's fine. They wanted me to go to college. I was like, for what? Like, this is
Yeah.
stupid. I just
gonna
want to
go to
move to
college.
Nashville and start singing.
Okay.
So my mom's from Nashville. Also didn't graduate high school, so let's just put that in there. She said, "What about Belmont? It's a music school at the end of Music Row." Did she really know what she was talking about?
Music school.
No.
That is, both of those are true.
Yeah,
I
but
said
that was
music
it.
school?
She was
No.
like, "It's over there." Like
Kind of.
they have a music school.
Okay, they have a music program.
It's at the end of Music Row. I said, "Great, sign me up."
Yeah.
So I turned in all the papers.
And I don't think
like,
I believe you have to sign yourself up for college, but if someone else
you know
is
what
signing
I'm
you up-
saying,
okay,
though.
now I'm gonna go with you.
Like I
Go
fill
ahead.
out the questionnaire, I write the little essays. I
Yeah.
remember I had to incorporate Christianity into one of the papers, but I didn't know that I was gonna have to take religion classes.
Yeah.
So I like go to the audition.
What is in your paper?
You know, God, but not like it wasn't like this is gonna be part of the curriculum. I thought it was just like
know,
a hey,
God save my-
we're a God loving place. I didn't think it was gonna be like I had to do credits that were Christian classes. And so I went to the scholarship audition day. They didn't say anything. So
About God. There was no prayer. or
no,
nothing.
and it was so funny because I should have known.
It's not in the pamphlet. I mean, I
Well,
know where
you
it
don't
would
get
be.
a pamphlet on the audition day. You show up, and I should have known it when
What
I
is-
got
you
in
showing up for what?
the audition,
For what?
the music school.
Okay, see, it's like
Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
So
prior to getting in.
prior to
So you
getting
drove
in,
over here in the
Yes.
summer or something?
Yes.
Okay.
To audition. I get in the elevator. Listen, I should have known it then. I was wearing black ripped up jeans,
Yep.
huge platform wedges, a vintage floral bustier, like a bustier, not a cutie little shirt with lines on it, like
Emphasis
a
on
full
boost.
piece of lingerie,
Yep.
and a gray and black, like stained, ripped up sequin blazer. And my hair was fully in its unbrushed state and a bunch of punk jewelry, biker rings on every finger, and everyone else in the elevator was dressed in church clothes. And I remember thinking,
Beautiful.
this is either going to go really well or it's going to go really horribly.
They're gonna remember me.
They're going to remember me either way.
They were
And
like,
then-
we got a project.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I get in, they send you the whole pamphlet, right? They send you the pamphlet then. Again, it never says in this pamphlet, you have to take so many credits of Christian classes.
Okay.
Never. We get to orientation weekend. I got a truck full of furniture and clothes, and they're like, and then once you complete all your religion classes, and I remember sitting in the theater and like looking at my mom like, what does that mean? Religion classes. What are we talking about? And they're like, every single semester you have to take a religion class and you have to have so many outside credits of this and you have to do, and I was like, I remember sitting there like, what? I had no idea. And they're like, and by the way, this is a dry campus and you have to live on campus for this long because you can't drink and you can't party. And also all that Corona light beer paraphernalia and Jack Daniels paraphernalia that you have in your dorm room, yep, can't have that either. I had to take half my dorm room back home.
Back to Missouri.
I remember I had a Corona bikini and I had to like,
Not anymore.
nope, not anymore.
And
I had to
friend,
send
to
a whole
Christian,
box.
I don't know which one's worse, the Corona or the bikini.
bikini?
Those are both
Yeah.
against
They're
the
neck and
rules.
neck right there. Yeah.
And I worked.
A Corona one piece.
You
Sure.
wanna really laugh? You know the first job I got when I went to school at Belmont?
Oh no.
I worked at Hooters.
You did?
I did.
Take that, Belmont.
On 2nd Avenue.
I don't know if is that still there?
Do your professors come in often or no?
No. But one time my advisor
hilarious,
I was running late to class from work because I was supposed to get off earlier than I did, and I had my Hooters uniform under my sweats, and I unzipped my jacket because I was hot, and my teacher goes, "You're gonna need to zip that back up." He was like, "You can't walk around with a Hooters shirt on."
He's like, I don't think we have a rule against this, but we just figured no one would do this.
We didn't think we had to say this one. I mean,
They're like, "You're literally the scholarship kid. You can't."
wait. So
in
after
class.
that, you got the audition?
Yeah, like when I auditioned for the school, I got the vocal scholarship.
That's like
Heck yeah, man.
that's like my the school I went to is Sanford, which is like similar. We played each
Yeah.
other in sports. It's like 5,000 people,
Yeah.
and it's like Christian, but it's also like Belmont Division I in sports. So
Wow.
it's probably similar in music that somebody shows up on a football scholarship. They're like, I didn't.
Yeah.
Like I grew up like that, where like the biblical perspectives like 101 was like I already know all this. But
Yeah.
imagine getting recruited because they're like, y'all asked me to come here.
I'm here to play
Literally.
football. Yeah, like I'm playing
Literally.
ball. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
I mean,
Yes.
and we need you for sports.
Yeah, right.
Because that's how we're gonna get like popular.
That's why we're paying for you.
It's like an athlete coming in, like you're like, well, and the coach is like, yeah, we got the religious stuff, but like it's chill.
He's definitely downplayed the whole
yes,
recruiting
yes,
process.
yes. So,
Yes.
and what cracks me up is like you're like, all right, no way, and then they like hear her voice, and they're like, all right, let's talk about. Hold on. Yeah, all right.
They're like, it's
So
just a few.
We don't love the outfit, but maybe.
We'll meet you in the middle here. You lose the Hooters stuff.
But we need to keep like we're gonna lose on the Christian rep, but we're gonna gain on the music. We need 5-star recruits.
And here we are, worked out for all parties.
That's hilarious. I love it because, like, in the middle of my college career, they were like not feeling me because I was, a mess. And I worked downtown, and like my advisor would be like, "Cassie, why does it look like you just rolled out of a hay barn?" And I was like, "Well, I did about 2 hours ago." And then it was funny because by the time I graduated, I signed my publishing deal the semester before I graduated.
Nice.
So like I was already like in the business. So then I was the golden girl again, and they wanted me to like
Oh, yeah.
speak at like the huge donor dinner. And I was like, you sure? Are you sure?
You're an ambassador now.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So I walked up to the podium and I was like, okay, who's going to pay my student loans? And they all started laughing. And I was like, no, I'm so serious.
I'll be over there if you want to find me afterwards.
Yeah,
I'll be taking
exactly.
offerings.
That's
like,
my
dude,
Venmo.
This athlete recruited is not following curfew, and then he's like, he got 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
All right,
We
all
love
right.
him, we
Hold
love
on. Let's. You know what? Rules. They're not for everybody.
We'll talk to him.
Yeah.
We'll talk to him.
We'll talk to him.
We'll be all right. We'll talk to him. We're good.
What was the class? Do you remember the freshman Christian class?
Oh,
If you went to Belmont-
understanding the Bible.
That's 101.
And
That's
the
every college has
teacher,
Kathleen went to Belmont too, by the way.
we found out
Kathleen, the Bible is like, how do you describe it? It's like our main book for Christians.
Yeah.
It's like the one that.
It's the book.
Yeah, that's kind of the main one.
Yeah.
we found out our understanding the Bible teacher was like not great. Like no one in the class liked her. We found out at the end of the semester she was an atheist, and we were like, "What are we doing here?
what?
Like what? Like what
And you're
are we
coming
doing?"
to me after. Yeah.
Yes, it was
Maybe
crazy.
she's the good one to teach it.
Why?
She knows the opposite perspective.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah.
Unbiased.
Yeah. Totally unbiased.
Wild. Well, I guess you got to go in there, and if you're like, well, I don't know if no one ever told you, how would you know?
For sure.
Yeah.
I wonder how many kids come in kind of in the same boat as you.
I think there's like a full wide divide
Has
between
to
the
be.
kids whose parents sent them to Belmont because it is a Christian school and because it's known for how you are to act on campus and everything. And then there's the other half of us
Half
that
and
were
half?
there for like the music business school or
Yeah.
the music school. And we were like, wait a minute.
And I'll tell you, if I walked into the first day of Understanding the Bible 101, I'll tell you who's who.
Oh, immediately.
Easy.
Oh yeah!
they
Oh
cleared
yeah!
it.
Yeah.
That
As
class
they walk
was
through the door.
very easy for some people, and some of us were like, "We don't know this."
Yeah.
stuff.
It's like when people walk into a wedding, you're like bride or groom. It's like Christian or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
the
like
other
if
side.
you're in church, we always laugh about how they're like turn to, and you don't know where to turn.
And like I grew up Lutheran.
That's the other way.
The other way, you're going both ways.
I grew up Lutheran, and we had to do like confirmation classes every Wednesday night
yeah.
in 7th and 8th grade. But I hadn't like studied it since
Yeah.
8th grade, so yeah, I had catching up to do.
Well, I think once you pass the test, I think you're in for life. I think you're all set.
Could you, if it's a Christian school, but also we're writing music, could you write music about non-Christian things? Like beer is very popular mentioned
Yeah.
in country music. Could that be included?
Yeah, it was totally cool because like we had music business teachers who were joking about being in the music industry because people in the music industry have better weed than anyone else does. Like,
Okay.
you know what I'm
So it was
saying? The
clear where
music
the lines
school was
were. Yeah.
very
Yes,
different.
That's New Testament.
Yes, that's
New Testament.
exactly.
Yeah, the business school, it's like a football coach.
Right.
Same thing. I guess
Yeah.
it's like he cusses at practice. Mm-hmm. Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tricky. And then what I read is that you wanted to once you got the publishing deal and then Beth Laird made you stay in college.
She did.
That's true.
Yes. She
She
was
said-
like, you have one more semester left. Your grandma
Yeah.
will be so mad if you don't finish.
Yeah.
Just book your rights. I'll help you from 8 a.m. to 11, and then
Yeah.
you'll write at 11.
And explain to what people what a write is.
So like a co-write with 2 other people when we write songs on Music Row, you go in at 11 o'clock, so early for a songwriter.
That's
and
when they start.
Yeah, 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Yep, and we go till probably 4 or 5.
Gosh.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah, so I had class at 8 a.m. and then a couple times a week I had like night classes.
Yeah.
Just so I could get it all done. But it was worth it.
Henson Shaving is the sponsor of this week's episode. You know how you like how I switched that? Normally go, this week's episode is sponsored by Henson
like
Shaving.
that. Yeah,
I switched it
yeah.
up.
Spicy it
Henson Shaving, ladies and gentlemen. I got it on my countertop right now. You know what? I'm going back on tour this week. I got to be shaved up.
Yes.
I got to be shaved up. The precision blades of Henson Shaving, ladies and gentlemen, by Aerospace grade CNC machines. Henson Shavings makes metal razors that extend to just 0.0013 inches, which is less than the thickness of a human hair. Unbelievable. That means a secure and stable blade with a vibration-free shave. Probably the most prolific shave I've ever had.
Yeah.
The most technologically advanced.
No, I mean, it's space age technology.
Yeah, and I have a lot of things in my show. I have a bit of my show about how I talk about technology like advances, and people go, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yep.
Somebody was out, like my grandparents were out on email. They go, that's where I draw the line.
You lost them there.
No
Yeah,
more.
got it. Yeah.
Somebody had to have been out on, you realize this, and this is not in the ad, but somebody was out on a car.
Yeah.
They go, I'll take the horse.
Yeah.
That's not going to work.
Yeah. No, I'm good where we're at. I don't need anything new.
Really?
It's too complicated.
There was every technological advancement. Somebody goes, that's not going to work.
Don't go out on this one because you're going to want Henson shaving.
Yeah, you want to get in on this one. I'm all in on this one.
Yeah.
Because I talk about in the show the things that I'm out on. And I'll tell you right now, it's not Henson Shaving, baby. The best razor. Henson Shaving, listen to this, wants the best razor, not the best razor business. That means no plastic, no subscriptions, no proprietary blades, and no planned obsolescence. Unbelievable. That thing can sit on your countertop, look smooth forever. Now, I would say that when you have guests over to your house, they're not coming into your bathroom, your personal bathroom, and seeing the countertop.
That's true. But when I see it there, I feel good about myself.
I put it on my dining room table.
As an ornament? Yeah, just a little centerpiece.
Just so people can see I'm doing well. The Henson razor, ladies and gentlemen, works with standard dual-edge blades to give you that old-school shave with the benefits of a new-school tech. Unbelievable. Once you own a Henson razor, and this is 100% true, it's only about $3 to $5 per year to replace the blades.
Huge.
Unbelievable. Get that Henson shave, baby. It's time to say no to the subscriptions and yes to a razor that'll last you a lifetime. Visit hensonshaving.com/netpositive to pick the razor for you. I got the silver one.
Me too.
And use the code NETPOSITIVE and you'll get 2 years worth of blades free with your razor. Just make sure to add them to your cart. That is 100 free blades when you head to Henson Shaving, HENSON shaving.com/netpositive and use the code NETPOSITIVE or hit the link in the episode description below. Mando, baby. Do you shower and hope for the best, Alex?
Too much.
You shouldn't do that. That's when you take a shower and you hope it's enough to keep the BO away all day. I used to shower and hope, but now I use Mando whole body deodorant. Showering removes the odor, but because of the high pH of soaps and body washes, I didn't know this, your body odor is going to come back with a vengeance. That's a fact. Mando controls odor in a new way by lowering your skin's pH. That's something I did not know existed and helps keep your skin odor-free for longer. The result, no more midday showers or periodic pit sniff tests. Can't be doing that.
It's a tough look.
I haven't done that since high school. Mando is clinically proven to control your odor for up to 72 hours, even if you miss a shower. And I've been known to do that. I've been known to miss a shower or two. Stop the shower and hope. Save hope for the things that matter, like hoping the barista doesn't ask for a tip. I got a story about that, speaking of. And use the Mando whole body deodorant on your pits package and feet for clinically proven long-lasting odor. And I think package, they mean like your whole body.
Yeah.
That's what the God gave you.
For sure.
A whole, like you see like an attractive woman, you're like, she's the whole package.
Right.
I think is that what they're trying to say?
Exactly what they mean.
I think that's what they're trying to say.
What else could they mean? Of course that's what they mean.
Yeah, that has to be it.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, if you talk about God creating humanity, he didn't make any mistakes.
Nope.
Yeah, take care of your whole package.
Yeah.
With the Mando starter pack.
It's a bundle. That's
what I'm talking about.
It's one
Amen,
package.
dude.
Yep.
Amen. It's perfect for new customers. It comes with the solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like mini body wash and deodorant, wipes, and free shipping. Luckily, Alex Easton, I have a discount code to help get you hooked on your favorite smelling whole body deodorant on the market. New customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack. Use code NETPOSITIVE at shopmando.com, baby. SHOPMANDO. Shopmando.com or hit the link in the episode description below. What do you think's worse? Going on a first date that's terrible or a bad ride?
Oh, a bad ride.
Because you're in there for like 3 hours.
Yeah, and like a bad ride is exhausting, where at least a bad date can be hilarious. Like you can sit there and laugh and like leave whenever you want, and you can like tell all your friends about how hysterical it was,
How horrible it was. After.
Yeah, but
especially
like
if you
a
got
bad
roommates.
ride,
You come back with roommates.
Yeah.
That was the best.
yes,
Yeah.
but a bad ride is like an energy sucker, where you
Yeah.
go home and you are exhausted because you've wrapped your brain around something for so long that didn't work.
That sounds horrible.
It is.
And your brain is like not going anywhere, right? You're
Yeah.
like sitting and you're like, I can't.
Yes. And you're frozen. No one has any ideas. Or it's like a bad ride and you also don't like the people that you're in there with.
Yeah.
Like they've let a little bit too much of their personality show. And you're like, you know, on the first date, it's your
Yeah.
first time riding with them. And you're like, oh, you should not have led with politics when you came in here. That's crazy.
So I got this Trump anthem.
Literally. And you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Well, I got another one. Because you just like bounce around ideas, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, comedy. I've never written with anyone. I don't like to do it. I don't think it. I was like, well, that's your brain. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't do that.
Right.
I think it's the exact opposite.
Yeah. It can be really challenging, especially if like what I think is cool musically, if they don't think it's cool, it's never gonna work. It's
not even gonna work.
You ever like walked out on a write and been like, we're just not doing this?
Oh, I have texted my publisher in the past and been like, you need to get me out of here because someone was being rude. Like I'll never forget the old guy that I was writing with was like, so what kind of, we were waiting for the third to get there. And he was like, so what kind of country do you sing? And so I played him like pieces of things we had cut. This was like way at the beginning of my publishing deal. And so I played him a couple pieces and he leans back and he goes, so you're not country at all. And I was like, what? And then he went into a tangent about how women in country music are wet blankets. And I was like, I texted Jeff Skaggs at the time was my publisher. I texted him. I said, you got to get me out of here. Like before I tell this old man where he can go.
Dang.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Well, is there a, what kind of country are you?
Wet blanket.
Yeah.
It's a new genre.
Wet blanket country.
Can you imagine that Spotify playlist? That'd be crazy.
Looks like you liked wet blanket. Here's more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, there's like a bunch of different kinds of country.
Yeah, there's totally like more and more subgenres every day. Yeah. I don't know. It's a soulful country. I love rock. I love blues. I love it's somewhere between classic country and Rolling Stones and Stevie Nicks. Somewhere in there.
Nice. Yeah.
Well, we were talking about like rivalries within comedy.
Right.
So like the true stand-up comics like they don't hate, but like the internet comics.
I get
like
that.
the guys that do the sketches and then they sell out the club, but they're not stand-up comics. They're just like they're popular. And then there's also rivalry between comics that use like any kind of crutch, like they props. Maybe they yell a lot. Maybe they have a guitar.
They have like a shtick.
Maybe they use race. Maybe they have a not a disability, but something that you feel like it's a crutch of some sort.
Right.
And then there's improv comics, or if you ever been to an improv comedy show, they're like, tell us a thing that your mom would say, and then they're like, go clean your room. We're like, all right, and then they take and like, we don't like them either. There's like a bunch within stand up. There's a bunch of different ones, but there's the same in country, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But because I know there's like Texas country, they think they're their own thing.
Yep.
And then there's like bro country, where no one really defends that anymore. But then there's like the rap, kind of like the rap, whatever that is.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of subgenres, and it's crazy because I feel like people, and I could be wrong, but like we don't fight between subgenres. We just fight against people that suck.
Fair
enough.
People that are bad. I feel like as artists, like even if I don't sing red dirt country, right, I can still know who within the red dirt subgenre is like worth the snuff and who's not.
And somebody whatever genre you are, you're like, yeah, but that guy's good. Everybody knows that guy's good.
Like as long as you're authentic in your subgenre, like that's the thing. But if you can tell that someone's faking it, you're like, no. Or I think the only thing we do beef up against.
Who says no? The establishment.
Us in our house when no one's listening. To our friends.
We say no privately. Yeah.
Us whispering in the booth at the breakfast restaurant that the entire music industry goes to. We're like, oh, did you see who walked in?
Yeah.
Whatever.
What are you doing that?
Those group chats must be good.
They are.
Yeah. I bet they do that in church.
Yeah.
Like pastors do that about other pastors.
I'd like to see that. We need a pastor reality TV show. That's what we need.
Oh, I want a reality TV show because I grew up in a Lutheran church, and it was like all the oldest people in my hometown went to this church. and they always sneered at me because I was like into fashion as a kid. So like I was wearing 6-inch stilettos to church because it was fun. And you know, you go up around the pulpit when you have communion, and then you prance your way down the aisle.
This is not a runway.
Exactly.
Like,
yes,
there's
it
two
is.
sides, and
yes,
it's down
it
the middle.
is every day.
Yeah.
And those old women would look at me like I was trash.
They add to the prayer list.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're working on her. Well,
did you make those jeans, by the way?
No. Do you? Yeah, I was gonna tell you where I got them from, but I was gonna. I think we would get canceled again, so we're just gonna leave that there.
Satan's closet.
Yeah,
basically.
It's like a star.
They just have stars. They're just denim with stars on them.
Who says no?
I was gonna say though, you said there's beef with people who use like a stick. I do feel like that happens in country. Like if you're like
a
crotch, like if someone's like cries on Instagram all the time or cries on a video on Facebook, and that's how they get followers and likes because they cry. We're like, oh yeah, she's crying again.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Better than you even know. That's perfect.
You're like, oh, she's crying again. Oh look, she set her phone up to cry into her camera. Woo.
Hey, real quick, do you want to co-host this podcast?
Yeah.
That's
we say that all the time. Yeah.
You're like, imagine setting the phone up, pressing record, and crying into the camera.
About anything.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah. Like, are you holding your tears waiting until, like, okay.
Literally, you were like, you looked in the mirror, you're like, oh, yeah, this is it. This is the stage in my crying that really looks most legitimate. My face is just puffy and splotched enough. They're really going to believe it.
And then people are like, yeah.
And they're like, and then the caption's like, I never do this. And you're like, you just did it last week.
We can all scroll back and see.
Yes.
You do it.
I was going to say, back to the rights when it's 3 people. Does one person always get, like, it's hard to be like a friend group of 3, I feel like, because one person gets left out. Is it the same thing in rights where like 2 people end up just kind of taking over and the last person just kind of like there?
Sometimes, you know, you get out of the right and go, okay, that person you can book me with every other week. That person never again. But also, I think it's still a collaborative thing because a lot of times now, one person is the designated track person. So they're working
guy on the computer.
Yeah, they're turning around on the computer and making the sounds.
Couldn't be me.
So no, me neither. Me neither. And then the other 2 of us
make the stuff.
The other 2 of us are working on the melody and lyrics, and a lot of times the track guy will turn around and give his opinion or write a melody or say, hey, what about this chord under that?
And then you guys are like, no, and then you move on.
And then you move on. Yeah. No.
I would never do that. Terrible choice.
And like this sounds kind of corny, but I mean, my publishers just like do their job where I'm in great rooms.
Nice.
Like, so I could like, and that's not me buttering anybody's biscuit. Like, and they know me. And if I was in a room with somebody who sucked, I would not be able to hide it. So
that's why they're working so diligently to make sure.
They put me in good rooms.
They said I was with Mitchell Tenpenny and Ernest. So I was just sitting there. I wasn't doing anything. And then Rafe, his brother, was, and they were doing exactly that. And they were like, John, and they were like, dude, if you had a pub deal, you would have been cut in on this.
Yeah.
Because I was in there.
Yeah.
Should get that. Should get that set up
just to have one.
Yeah.
Just in case.
I didn't contribute anything to this, but they are like best friends, and they were like doing however country song comes about.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, to do this with a new person, I would never do it.
It's hard.
I would never do, because then you're like, what's up?
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know. I got this idea for a song.
Imagine just walking in with like brand new baby joke ideas and just being like, hey, so this one came from to a stranger.
Never. Yeah.
Or like, is someone that you don't know anything about that you're writing with for the first time, you know nothing about their preferences or who they are, where they came from, and they'll be like, oh yeah, I've been holding on to this really good idea for a long time. I think, and they try to pitch it to me as an artist. They try to like gas you up. They're like, I just feel like other girls can't really say this, but like you're the girl to say it anyway. It's called Beer Truck Truck. And you're like, what? You look at them like, I feel so disrespected.
Yeah. You love the song.
That's the episode title.
Beer Truck Truck. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're like, yeah, you're different. And I'm like, you sound like guys I know that know you're different.
Yeah. Beer Truck sounds sweet.
Beer Truck would slap, bro. That'll go up all next summer.
Well, I think we had a joke about, I wrote a song. Do you know that?
Okay.
I have 2 songs on Spotify. 2 songs that I've written.
Oh, I know what I'm listening to on the way home.
One of them is a Christian song. One of them is a rap song.
Okay.
It's like they're like parody songs.
Okay.
But I had to do the same thing with Steve Fee, my buddy, and I go, hey, can you help me write a song? I have like the general idea and the lyrics, but he's like, he does it. And he's like, yeah, well, we're not, and we did it.
Yeah.
But it took forever.
Yeah.
It took like 5 hours.
Yeah.
And then we had to go back there like 5 times.
Yep.
It took forever.
You're in there all day, and then like some people don't eat lunch. And I'm like, I'm pulling up Uber Eats. I'm like, I gotta eat. We're in here.
Yeah.
You're on my nerves. I gotta get serotonin somewhere.
But that's what it takes to do it, because everybody's like it like comedy basketball. You're like, it must be awesome to be whatever LeBron James. And we're like, yeah, but he's like, I think I told this the other day about Kim Kardashian. I don't know. I guarantee you her alarm goes off at 5 a.m.
At least.
I promise you.
At least.
That all the stuff, whatever you see her, you see like I promise you she's working.
You see the 10% highlight reel and you think that's got to be the most fabulous life ever. Yeah. And you don't see the 90% chaotic, overworked, overthinking background to even get that 10% out there.
What do you think the best song you ever wrote?
I don't know. That's like picking a favorite child, which you normally can. I hate parents that are like, you don't have a favorite. Yes, you do.
You know what I think your best song you ever wrote?
What?
Boat Shoes.
Shut. Why does he have that? Why does he have
That's a great song.
that?
That is a great song.
Okay, wow.
That's a good song.
Wow.
Honestly, that's a good song.
We had the time of our lives that day, okay? It's the memories we made along the way, okay?
Wait, what? I know nothing about this. What is this?
Okay.
Well, Beth, her manager is here, and she sent me this song because I made a joke about Hey Dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're boat shoes but like pontoon boats. And she's like, it's funny, we have this bit. We have this about don't date a guy. Don't disengage, okay? We need
I'm not disengaging. Listen. I'm cringing on the inside.
It was don't date a guy that wears boat shoes, right?
Yeah, so we were going off on a tangent one day. It was me, Luke Laird, and Natalie
That's
Hemby.
how creativity works.
And Natalie is always down for like a quirk in a song or a joke. She's like, I can write a hit with a song about toilet paper. Like I can just give it to me.
Let's do it.
And literally she looks at me because I was talking about how I got hit on by a guy who was wearing like Sperry's. And I was like, my dude, we're not the same.
I didn't know that. Is that not cool?
We're not the same. If we're on a boat and you're wearing Sperry's or like you're playing golf or something, I'm not going to be there. But like that's like, that's on you. And don't look at me. I'm wearing leather pants. Come on.
A lot of women would be into a guy with boat shoes.
If they were the similar aesthetic, if they were wearing a sundress and wedges, they probably really like a man. If you were going
into a music audition at Belmont in the summer before your freshman year, that girl wouldn't date a guy with boat shoes.
Yeah, if you walk up to me at the bar and I'm wearing leather pants and biker rings and studded cowboy boots, and you're wearing those little short
boat
golf
shoes.
Man shorts and Sperry's, just take a look. Just really use your brain.
Yeah.
And so she looked at me and she goes, you should have known not to date him because he wears boat shoes. Because he wears boat shoes, not boots.
This song needs to be released.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I'm in on this.
It's hilarious. And like there's a part that's like he doesn't even own a boat. Like we went into a tangent.
Just the shoes.
And Daddy's money bought the shoes too.
Oh, yeah.
So what's that say?
Boat shoes?
Yeah,
I'd rock.
Hey Dudes are worse though.
Dang, there's been a lot. You guys have been slandering.
Not
Dudes.
me. I mean, I think I was the first one to ever say it.
I think you were.
To start it?
Yeah.
Nah, I took them down.
I think so. You might have.
There's a new NASCAR collab with Hey Dudes that are nice though.
You went on them?
Yeah. I feel like though, like if you were to wear Hey Dudes, let's say like to the beach, like you took a nice little vacay to Floribama, like all you can eat crab legs.
Alex
That's the
Alex
place.
doesn't know what Floribama is. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you have?
I've been. Give me a break.
Oh, that's my bad.
Jerry Springer spring break type of like Florida. Everybody has tailgate tents.
There you go.
On the beach, and they're all playing separate Luke Combs songs at the same time.
At max volume.
Yeah, at max volume. On their through their speaker cooler.
Yes. I have one pair of Hey Dudes. A buddy of mine works there. His name is Bow Tie. That's his real name.
Really?
No.
That's his real name. Known him since college. Bow tie.
This guy gets it.
No.
He sent me a pair, and they're pretty comfortable.
In which fraternity was he in
I
college?
don't know, but he was. I'm pretty sure he was. I think he got it. Yeah.
I think you get to be the president of a fraternity if your name is Bow Tie.
Immediately.
Yeah,
you're in.
immediately. They don't even vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Front of the line.
You're in. It's like a presidential candidate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, do you think a lot of country music, I've always wanted to ask this question, does every woman have an anthem about like a bad guy?
Oh yeah. I mean, have
like
you ever seen that meme that's like men in country music are like beer truck, denim girl, cut off booty in the shotgun seat, and the women are like, I killed my husband.
Yeah. Most of them.
Yeah,
Well, the biggest like Miranda
struggle.
Lambert songs are that. The biggest
Yes.
Carrie Underwood songs are that.
Yeah. I mean, we all have it.
Yeah.
What
Dixie
else?
Chicks.
What else is there to do?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Earl had to die.
Yes.
That's got to be the number one. But who is this? These songs are for other women.
Yeah, because in country, I mean, all the country women I know in my family or in my hometown, they're rough. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they're skinning the deer right beside the dude skinning the deer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like when people assume women in country should be this lace wearing, soft, dainty,
Sure.
hands folded in the lap type of thing. Because we're all angry on the inside.
Well,
Slow zoom in on her face.
yeah.
Yeah.
We got that in common at least.
Yeah. That's why we're so funny.
Yeah. 100%.
100%.
Well, is that why if you're like trying to draw out the number one, if you're trying to draw out an emotion, that would be the first one.
Oh, it's at the top always. But in the words of my therapist, there's always an emotion under the anger. That's what you have to get to.
Snaps for that.
Yeah.
Well, that's the easiest. It's like in comedy, probably the easiest like premise to get to would be like a sex story.
Yeah.
Like, because it's funny.
Because it's hilarious.
Yeah, that's her. Like, if
Relatable.
you were like, let me say something funny.
Yes.
It would be that, because it's so high. It's like high risk, high reward, because that's like a funny scenario for everyone if you can find the humor in it.
Yes, because everyone's been there.
Yeah, everyone's been in that awkward tension or something. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you're gonna write now, do men? Do you think? I mean, they're sad songs about women leaving them, but not about killing them.
I don't think you can make that song as a guy. I don't think.
Can you imagine the guy's like, I'm gonna stab her in the gut
Vanessa had to die. Whoa!
when
whoa.
she gets up in
She
my
didn't.
truck. Yeah. Can you imagine?
You could have walked away.
She didn't have to die.
They
You rolled her up
try.
in a tarp? Jeez, dude. The cops are like, hey, bud, what's going on?
No, they do like, little things on the sly though, right? Like we're called crazy all the time.
Yeah.
Like we're bashed in like a mental way.
That's the
of
same.
Like,
That's definitely that's the same thing. Yeah.
We're hurting men physically, they're hurting us emotionally.
That hits.
That hits.
Yeah.
You're making a lot of sense.
Yeah, I get it.
In country music, the men are hurting the women emotionally.
Yeah, for sure, and that's why we're hitting them in the head.
So yeah, it's always physical violence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the Louisville Slugger to both headlights.
Both? You couldn't leave one?
No.
Hold on. The Garth Brooks song, I never switched I never hit the brakes while I was shifting gears. The girl went to the hotel, and he drove the truck into the.
Oh yeah.
That's one.
Oh, so we got one.
We got one.
All right, we got one.
Yep.
All right, we're on the board.
We
He
could
never
think.
hit
we could
the
think.
brakes while he was shit. Papa loves mama each and every night.
Yep.
And then she went to the.
And then mama cheated, and then-
and then he drove the truck into the hotel.
Yeah, because he went cuckoo.
Yeah. Why does he always have to be going crazy?
Yeah,
It seemed like
what?
a logical
Yeah,
response.
She provoked that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Papa loves mama each and
Mama
every
was sick
night.
of making dinner every night,
there
you
you
know.
go.
Old Paul at the hotel
There's
didn't
always an
ask her to
emotion
make
under.
dinner.
Yeah.
He had Uber Eats on
Yeah.
his phone. He was fine.
Turns out he was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's if you want to. I think country, like we went to Morgan Wallen on Sunday night in Knoxville, and those songs like who is it? Dusty Slade, a song about. He's like, country music makes you miss the lake growing up. He goes, and I didn't even go to the lake growing up. He was like,
inventing memories.
Yeah, he's like, it makes you feel like comedy, if it's done well, any kind of art really, if it's done well, will make you feel some kind of. I mean, like Luke Combs sings about it. I know you're joking about it, but Luke Combs sings about like his kids, and I'm like, yes, I don't even have kids.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude, I feel this, bro.
Yeah, never had a truck before, but I get it now. I definitely get it. Yeah,
but if it's done well, yeah, it's a great tune or whatever, but it's gonna make you feel.
It'll feel
something.
like it's your story, and not just theirs. Yeah.
Yeah, is that the goal?
Yeah, I think it's also just like a side effect. If you're telling the truth and you're being vulnerable and you're doing it well, then people are going to connect, even if it is bashing somebody's headlights, and they're going to be like, you know what? I'm happily married and I'm pissed right now.
Yeah,
my husband's done nothing wrong.
That's a perfect example.
Yeah.
I want it. Yeah.
I saw something on TikTok that was like, born to be crazy, forced to be in love with a man who's never been mad at me in his life.
Yeah. But you want to feel that. You want to feel that emotion.
Yeah.
On the I want to feel that like Louisville Slugger to both headlights. You're like, I felt that thought. I'm never gonna do that.
You're like, I haven't felt anything in 4 days, so this is nice.
just something, anything. That's back to Eminem growing up.
Wings on the beach. Yeah, I will add that. Yeah.
You didn't grow up in 8 Mile, but that music hit for you though.
But I was like,
same deal.
Yeah.
You felt it.
Yeah, I felt the anger from Papa Doc. Yeah, I felt it. Well, tell Alex the what is it? Is it the about the crazy? Tell him that quote.
Oh, called crazy.
Yeah, say that to Alex.
Any man who's ever called me crazy has called me again.
Ooh. Have you written that already?
No, she wrote it. Yeah, that's like on her.
It's called Called Crazy.
Yeah, I'm getting that one.
Dang.
That's good.
Let me think of how I feel about it. How do you feel about
that?
that?
On my ribs. I need that.
I never been called crazy by a guy that didn't call me again.
Yeah, the hook is never been called crazy by a man who didn't come back for more.
Ooh.
And it's true. It's true.
Why are you telling us this?
Call me when you get bored with the new nice girl you met.
The hands in the lap girl. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The girl from biblical perspective.
Understanding the Bible.
She was the other half of Belmont.
The girl that already knew.
The other half whose parents love her and they're still together.
I'm not accepting
Let me know. Let me know how that goes for you. And let me know how it feels when you make her cry and you know that you are in fact the crazy one in the relationship because she's perfectly mentally healthy.
This isn't. Who are you talking to right now? You know, he's listening. He's definitely listening.
That's hilarious.
That's to that 7th grade boy who was making fun of you. That's what that is.
Oh man,
get him, man.
Buddha.
Well, I told the like in stand up, I feel like when you do a new joke, what you want to do is introduce the topic.
Right.
And you go, hey, this. And everybody goes, yes, same. Or they might be like,
don't know.
And so I said over the weekend, does anyone else like have an adult, like their adult mother, as an adult, moms love sending articles to their adult children. And everybody, I hadn't said the joke, everybody goes, yeah. They're like, all right, so y'all, because when you're a kid, your mom just goes, do this. And now you're an adult. So they have to, my mom is always sending articles like as if like adding some authority onto. So I go, what about this? And everybody goes, same. And then you're like, okay, good. As a creative person, you can now explore that. But I think the anger towards a man that has left you, everybody knows that.
Yes.
I think everybody knows.
Oh, yeah.
You haven't lived past high school. No, everybody knows that. Everybody knows that.
Yes, every woman has been called crazy, whether they're actually crazy or not, just because I think that's the first adjective that comes to a man's mind if he's mad at a woman is, she's crazy. And
you go, everybody's going to be with me on this.
Yeah, and I open my show with that song because if there's women that have never heard of me before or they're just there to see whoever's after me and I'm wearing my belly shirt and they're scared. You know, I come out and I'm like shaking it and waving my hair and they're like, and I'm like, this isn't for your crusty husband.
Yeah, don't worry.
They're like,
don't worry.
As soon as I say the first hook, they're in. And I'm like, okay, this is the basis for the rest of the show.
Nice foundation.
Mm-hmm.
That is, I think we have the exact opposite fan base. Because mine, women, and then the guy is like my wife or whoever loves this comic. I don't. And then
I don't get it.
I don't get, or like this guy. And then I say a joke, like, and then they go, "Oh, okay."
You watch them in real time accept you.
They go, "Oh, this guy's good. This guy's going for it."
Yeah.
This guy's saying things that I say to my buddies in the group text. Mm-hmm. And like, I think I have a joke right up top of my show. I go, "Thanks to all the fellas that are good to see off the women that are dragged y'all along. I know you don't want to be here."
And they die laughing because they get it.
And I say, like, women come up to me all the time, like, "We love you. Me and my husband, we love you."
That's Donald Trump.
Yeah, it's Donald Trump. We love you. Unbelievable comedian.
Best comedian I've ever seen.
They said that a lady told me in the airport, she's like, "Me and my husband just lay in bed together and watch your videos." I go, "He hates me." For sure. For sure.
Do not let him back here. I can't.
No, dude. And then I said, "Guys, it seems like a double standard that your wife can lay in bed, watch, and the instant one female comes across this far of a female comes across your screen, like, why don't you just go marry her then?"
Yeah.
And then every dude goes, "This guy's cool with me." From there on out in the show.
This one time, this guy tweeted me. I wanted to put it on a T-shirt, and I never did. He said, "At Cassie Ashton, like, your show sounded so good. I would say it looked good too, but my wife covered my eyes the whole time."
Nice. That's great. That should be on a T-shirt.
That's great.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sign me up for one of those T-shirts. That's great.
Let me think. What concert would I not want to go to with Lydia? Like Harry Styles or something?
Or like Usher.
Usher was exactly who I was
Because Usher,
Oh, it's more
Usher like goes
sexual.
in the crowd and like gets to know him.
Before news came out, R. Kelly would have been on the list.
Yeah.
Still wouldn't go to one of his
Yeah.
concerts, but yeah.
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 I think Diddy canceled a couple of his tour dates.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about
Tentatively.
that.
They're just pushing the dates back.
briefly.
Tentatively.
Yeah,
Yeah.
briefly,
Must
right.
be some bright weather.
Hold on to your
Yeah.
tickets.
Weather.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Reschedule.
Let me think. If something like that was going on if he was like looking at her and singing,
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
what would I be like? Let's go.
Right.
I don't know what I would.
Terrible. That's a terrible
Hold
move.
on. Let me think what I would do.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
You got to trust your girl. You got to just trust and let this happen.
She's going
gotta.
home with you.
Right.
Why are you all coming after me?
You gotta-
No, I'm just saying.
No.
You just got to let it happen.
I'm out of there.
Yeah, you're out.
I'm leaving.
You leaving
I'm
her?
I'm gone. I'm
With
gone.
her, you leaving her?
We'll see what she wants to do.
Like, let's say your girl has, like, let's say in country, all the girls are obsessed with Riley Green. Like, are you taking your girl to a Riley Green concert?
No.
I'm going by myself.
And
to
I
a
like
Riley Green concert.
And I like Riley Green, and he's a friend of mine.
And I hope it rains.
Yeah. No, because then he's gonna take his shirt off.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, let me think. I would be like, you could like say, like, if a husband or wife went to a Cassie Ashton show, he loved it.
Right.
He's allowed to say, "I like that show."
Yeah.
And then that's about where that's it, right?
It's the tweet. She sounded great.
Yeah.
And then period.
And then,
yeah.
But she goes, "What else did you think about it?" You're like, I just
The lights were
enjoyed
great.
The
lighting.
husband, like, stared at the floor the whole
just like
time.
the
He's like,
show.
man, she can really sing.
Dude, there was a sign last night at the football game, like the Bills-Jags game, and some woman had a sign that was like,
I saw that.
yeah, it was like, "I love Josh Allen, like I'd leave my husband for him." And the
Yeah.
husband's just in there like this.
Standing right there.
Pissed, dude.
Well,
He was
that's
mad.
like, my fiance doesn't really watch sports or anything, but I told him anytime he wants to go to a baseball game, just let me know as long as I can bring binoculars.
There you go. Nice. Very nice. And you haven't been yet.
And, you know,
As long as I can bring binoculars, it's crazy, dude. You're
to look at their faces.
He looks like he's holding him on first. Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't know they do. You're like, I didn't know you knew about that. Yeah. If I saw a guy, a wife coming to a show, coming to a baseball game, and the girls have binoculars, and also they're not sitting in section 300, they're first base.
Yeah.
you know,
They're in the
that's
outfield.
fine.
They're in the outfield.
It was funny because
they're
at
in the outfield.
my house the other day,
How is this? Why I can see him from here?
They're
Why?
not even facing us. Why would we sit?
it was funny though because at my house the other day when the album came out, all my friends were like at my house and we were on our back porch and the guys had the football game on, and I was like, I don't know anything about this, and my two best friends go, yeah, you do. It's the one with the hot coach, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's I think that's allowed.
Checks out. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's allowed.
yeah.
Let me think of what in football or in sports, if you're like, if Lydia would say like that guy's like attractive, I think that's I think that's allowed
for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But do you allow celebrity crushes?
Yeah, I think so. What about, is the guy allowed to follow you? The guy from the tweet.
I don't know.
She go, hey, I noticed you're following Cassie Ashton.
Yeah.
Is that allowed or no?
Did I have a slip of my fingers over your eyes, or what happened?
Yeah.
No, we did. My fiance and I did have celebrity crushes until mine was in my celebrity crush is Jason Momoa. But then he was like in Nashville playing shows, and my fiance was like, "No, you got to pick a new one."
Oh yeah, it's got to be a little bit more distant.
Yeah,
You gotta
no.
graduate.
He's like, there's like an actual chance that you could be in the same room with this person. Like you have to switch.
And you're like, he now plays for the Nashville Sound. You're like, minor league baseball? No, it needs to be a little bit more like, you'll never see this person.
You're picking people directly in your sphere of people.
I don't think that's...
Like, hey, you can't just
Also,
do
this
that.
guy's not a celebrity.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's at the... You go to the game.
It's my friend.
Yeah. Oh, I noticed. Yeah. Well, that's interesting about like, I remember... I won't say the artist because... he probably wouldn't want me to say this, but he's a big country artist, married with a family. And he told me his, he plays like stadiums. He told me that his management said don't post about your wife and kids, because that's like not the like energy that we're trying to communicate about you, which I thought was wild.
I bet that happens more than you'd
a
like
lot.
to admit.
Because if you
Really?
do want to post photos of your family, then you have to really lean in and be the family guy.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's either like a part of your brand as an artist, or you have to like keep the kind of like sex appeal going, because
outlaw-
people
yeah,
want to
yeah, yeah.
imagine themselves with you. And if they're always seeing pictures of your wife or your children, it's harder for them apparently.
I've never seen Usher's kids. Ever.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying though? And
But he has
sometimes
a
they
family?
are.
Yeah.
They,
Yeah. But that's like a marketing thing.
That's
Yeah.
what she's saying.
Yeah.
Well,
Of, like-
even if it's less about like, I think it was less about like more about like, if you're like this outlaw, like I don't follow the rules, like
that makes
rugged,
Yeah, then
and then
you
you're
can't
like in the
post
carpool line
with a polo
You're like,
on.
wait, yeah, you told,
Yeah.
or you're like, you're playing golf.
We're in Hey Dudes.
Yeah, yeah. Hold on, we thought you were like breaking the rules.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
And you were like on the tour bus with cocaine.
Yep.
It's like, you're like, can you not talk about your sobriety journey, please?
Exactly.
That's we're not selling.
But then it's weird because
It does weird.
I've seen it where like if a guy artist is married and they're like, hey, everybody knows you're married, but like don't post about it a lot because it's not like part of your artistry. But then let's say like a woman throws a bra on stage, and if he responds to the bra and picks it up and makes a comment, well then he's in trouble because he's married. So then I'm like, which one is it? Is he supposed to be this sex appeal character, or is he supposed to be the guy that pretends like there's not a bra on the stage?
And I think when everybody, comedian or country artist or anybody really, that you go, do I like buy this?
Right.
Like what? Like Kenny Chesney was like, we're like the island. Like I'm like
Yes.
it's a like I like it or not. Well, I love it, but you're like, I buy what this is. This seems authentic to me.
Yep.
And then you're like, all right, 'cause that's what you're saying. Like subconsciously, I think the management or label, whoever, are trying to communicate to you. They were like, what exactly? Now, if you want it, you can be whatever you want, I think is what they're saying. But
it's
we
just
gotta
gotta be good.
Yeah.
You got to pick something and stick
Yep.
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I found out Kenny Chesney lived in Norway or something, I'd be like,
Yes, that's happened to me where I like there was a country music artist who, you know, they're an outlaw mentality and you're like, oh, they gotta live in the sticks with like 10 dogs and like a room full of guns, and then you find out that they like live in Hillsboro and you're like, what?
You're like, wait.
You're like, wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute.
Yeah. And then everybody, I think you can, if you say like, hey, I'm like a Christian and I've like raised with a good family and I like to do what's right, but that being said, I have like a drinking problem. You're like, all right, that's two different things, but
you're owning it.
You're like, hey, this guy, he's like trying to be this, but he's sometimes this. That in itself is authentic to me.
Yes,
it's human.
Totally.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then, because then when somebody gets canceled or whatever it is, you're like, oh, we thought you were this.
Right.
And now you're not that.
You were lying to us.
Yeah, consciously or subconsciously. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, this is not what you said you were.
Right.
Yeah. So you're like, oh, wait, hold on. He's an atheist?
What would be something that made up? What would be something that would go completely against your air quotes brand? That like if it came out, it would be like, oh, this ruins you.
I don't know if it came out that I like wore fairy tale dresses and bows in my hair and like my parents both love me equally, you know. That'd be kind of wild.
Nice, dude.
You know, like she doesn't actually, she's never been on a motorcycle in her life, actually. All those photos were staged, and she owns 4 cats.
Nice.
And their names are Holly, Jolly, Molly, and like,
nice.
I'm confused. If you were like you were in like a Tesla commercial.
That's literally what I was about to say.
Nice.
If I was drinking like a pumpkin spice latte and a Tesla, people would be like, what?
Nice.
Yeah, but we didn't like. It's funny because like we were like, well, like when I went through everything in 2019, we were like, well, we thought he was going back to his room after and like doing Bible study.
Oh,
We're like, well, who said that? Like,
wild.
We're like,
right.
Cassie doesn't own a Tesla. Where did you hear? You're like, I just assumed based on the content I was ingesting of her that she would be like at a local coffee shop getting like a specialty drink and not at Starbucks. You're like, and then but it's like Shaq or whoever, you're like, or Charles Barkley that like gets caught. You're like, I guess we just made that up.
Yeah.
That whatever he was, I think I just made that up.
Yeah, which is why I think it's so important as like creators that in certain spots, obviously there's parts of your life that you can keep to yourself for your mental health, but like it's so important that you're overly clear about who you are all the time. Yes. Like you don't have to like, you know, leave everything on the line and have nothing to yourself, but you have to like over explain.
I think because there's an abundance of content about people now.
Yes.
Like we never knew what like.
Yeah. So you have to set the record straight before there even is a record.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because that's what like I feel like somebody growing up. What's the like Steven Tyler? Like when you didn't know, you just knew the show.
Yeah.
If you had gone to the show or read a Rolling Stone article, and now I look up to Theo in that way that you're like somebody like something. You're like he talks about that all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
In like a way to like this isn't cancelable or this isn't like news.
Right.
Because he discusses this always.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
That's like, we don't have to talk about it, but you know, you brought up Kim Kardashian. Like if people are like really hating on her, I'm like, if you would watch one episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, they're so transparent about a lot of things that you're like hating on.
Yeah.
This
you know what
isn't
I'm
news.
saying?
Yeah.
This is not actual news. You're just behind.
Yeah.
Because of that Facebook article that your mom sent you.
It's always that.
Oh yeah. Maybe it would be like Cassie Ashton, like a Huggies commercial, where like she has a family. You're like, this.
You're like,
is
what?
Impressive that this was all hidden from us this whole time.
That's hilarious. Well,
she's just 3 kids.
That was like one time I did.
What?
I did like a Sesame Street adjacent thing. And then they never told me to post it. And I did it as like a favor. And like, I love kids. Like anything to like empower the youth to like feel like they can be anything they want to be, and I'm super transparent about that. But I wasn't trying to hide that I did this Sesame Street thing. It's that I never got approval to like post about it, and then I forgot about it. And 2 years later, someone saw it on Apple and was like, "You're on Sesame Street," and I was like, "I didn't know that was even uploaded yet. Nobody told me I could post that."
You're like, "Let me explain."
Yes,
let me explain.
Yes.
What's it like doing Sesame Street?
No, adjacent. Yeah.
Well, it was like like a Sesame Street program,
Sesame Street
and I had to like sing a song about popsicles.
Yeah,
I like sang a song about how to open a popsicle if you're too hot after playing outside, and it was cool to watch the people like run the puppets, because there was this one puppet that was huge, and literally between every 1 or 2 takes they would have to come and like fan this person off for medical reasons. And I was like, these people are out here grinding. Like it felt like the 3rd shift just to like be some puppets.
Everybody creative. They could sit down here with us and talk the same thing about art.
They're like smoking a cigarette in the alley in between puppet takes. They're like, oh, this is a hard life.
That's Sesame Ave. That's
yes,
what
exactly.
They out here.
Did the people who do the puppets match the puppet personality? Do they go like how dogs look like their owners?
You're like, I could have swore it was a girl under there, and here comes like this middle-aged man like wearing a phone clip, and you're like, what happened? How did you make that voice?
Phone clipped getting strays.
Whoa.
What's wrong with a phone clip?
You ain't got one.
No, I don't got a phone clip. Yeah.
The holster?
Well, tell us about the album. Where can we find it? It's just out.
Yeah, it just came out. It's called Made from the Dirt.
Let's go.
Yeah. You can get it anywhere that you get music digitally. Yeah. Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Pandora, all the places. Tidal, anywhere.
Tidal's what it's called?
Yeah, Tidal. You know, I had
Tyndall.
to throw that. What? You thought it was Confirm a while ago, okay?
I said, send me a confirm.
Everyone in the room was like, what did he say?
Send me a confirm.
Confirmation. Send me a confirmation.
All right.
I kind of liked Confirm, to be honest.
Title. I thought it was Tidal.
Confirm.
Yeah.
Anyway, Made from the Dirt.
Juanita's best track on there, I think.
Thank you. I wrote that
It was
by
unbelievable.
myself.
I thought it was an unbelievable track. You listen to the end of it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Amazing.
And the new album's out everywhere. Where can they find you online?
At Kassi Ashton, spelled Kassi, because
Thanks,
my
Dad.
dad can't spell. Thanks, Daddy.
How's it supposed to be spelled?
I think Cassie. That's what all the keychains
Cassie.
said growing up.
Wasn't that the worst? Yeah.
Yes. I never got
no
it.
keychains.
My dad had to pay extra for custom. That's his fault.
Kassi.
Yep. ASHTON.
Sure, it was a little
Cassie
weird,
Ashton, thanks
but
for
on the
coming.
net,
Thank you for having me.
it was a positive. It was a positive. You cannot be serious. On the net, it's a positive.